let's jump in. Master of Puppets, Metallica. Start with an E power chord on our 7th fret. So we're playing these power chords on strings 3, 4, and 5. So you get your first finger on your 7th fret of your 5th string, gives us an E. Your 3rd finger's on the 9th fret of your D string, gives you a B. And your pinky's on the 9th fret of your G string, your 3rd string, to give us another E. E power chord. And I believe we hear the low E on that first one. The tempo is very fast, 215. This is just a quarter note on beat 1. And we're immediately going to stop the strings because the rest of that measure, so beat 2, 3, and 4, we're resting. 2 ways we can stop the strings. We can put this hand in, or we could release the pressure from the fretted hand. I'm doing both, actually, to make sure it's really clean. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm coming back a whole step to a D power chord. I don't want to hear my 6th string anymore, so you'll notice I have my middle finger sitting over top. It's kind of blocking it, so if I accidentally hit it, I don't really hear much. This is a quarter note worth 1 beat. I'm going to come back to D flat, a quarter note worth 1 beat, so that's beat 2. Then I'm going to hit a C power chord in 3rd position for a half note worth 2 beats. But it's tied over to a whole note, which is worth 4, so 4 plus 2 is 6, so this is going to get held for 6 beats. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only other thing we need to pay attention to on this part here, these power chords are staccato. They're quarter notes, so if I just played quarter notes like that, they're worth the full value. They're worth 1 full beat. If they're staccato, they have a little dot over the note or under the note, and they're played very short. So again, I can drop my hand in here if I have time, or I can release the pressure, or both, whichever seems to come easier to you. So altogether we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Try that together. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So far, so good. So a little bit faster. It sounds like. Now to start the next riff, so we're moving into measure 3. We're going to go. These are 8th notes now. So 8 in 1 measure. We're going to do 2 low E's, then an octave higher E on the 7th fret of your 5th string, and then we're going to do 2 low E's again. Then the 6th fret of that 5th string gives us an E flat and 2 low E's. So we had 2 low E's, 7th fret of your 5th string, 2 low E's, 6th fret of your 5th string, 2 low E's. Notice it should be 8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. However, we should count it as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The other thing he's doing here is he's palm muting using the kind of the fleshy part of your palm here is resting on the bridge. Can you see that bridge there? I'm going to move this way, I guess. But it's only on the low E, and then it's not for the notes on the 5th string. So we have this. So mute it, kind of release for that note. You could practice that just on your low E string by muting some notes, taking it away. Muting, taking it away. Experimenting with that. So that's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. They down pick all this, but you could alternate pick it. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I would go, completely down, up, down, up. So, all together now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay, so far so good. The next measure is going to take us to our 6th string, and we play the same pattern. We're going to go 2 low E's. Oh, sorry, I skipped a measure. After we go, we're going to go D power chord again, D flat, C. So that's kind of the same as that second measure, but this time we only hold the C for 2. It's not tied over to a whole note. So it's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we got to finish the riff. So that. So let's put all that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So far good, so far so good. You may want to pause it, go over that a little bit. So next we move to the 6th string. This riff actually starts the same, 2 low E's. This time, 7th fret of that 6th string gives us B. 2 low E's, B flat on the 6th fret, 2 low E's. That's it. So notice it's the same that this was, but we don't have to go to the 5th string this time. We just stay on the 6th. And then to finish this riff, actually let's put all that together before we finish the riff. Here's what we have. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. So far so good. And then our last measure of our intro riff here, the first part of the intro, pretty simple. We're going to go the 5th fret just once of that low E string, gives us an A, open E. 4th fret gives us an A flat, open E. 3rd fret gives us a G, open E, G flat. 2nd fret, open E. And I'm just climbing down with my first finger. So from this last 2 bars, so I would practice that riff by itself, just starting with that 6th string with the 2 low E's to the B, 2 low E's to the B flat, 2 low E's to the A, and then our, that A would be the start of that last measure, right? So 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that last measure is starting on that A. I like to break these in measures, right? So we know if they're 8th notes and there's 8 notes in a measure. I feel like I should come down and say hi. Anyway, if we know there's 8 notes in a measure, we want to make sure we play 8. So if I start just on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that way I don't end up with an extra E or something and end up with 9 notes. So here's our thing all together. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait a sec. How does that repeat? Oh, yeah, it just goes right back there. Sorry, I went completely blank. So when you finish this, you go right back to it just loops. So I'm going to play it a little faster so we can hear it looped. You know what I realize I'm doing, and now I'd actually like to hear the tune because I'm not sure. I'm holding that F sharp on beat 4 of that last measure instead of going and then repeating. So no, I think it's the way I first taught it. I think when I play it fast for whatever reason, I'm skipping that last E. I'm just holding the F sharp. I don't believe it does that. So you should really go. You should start right back up, which would mean you'll have 3 E's in a row. You'll have the E that ends this riff, and then the 2 E's that start the repeat. Yeah, that's the way it should go. So ignore me kind of holding that F sharp. Not sure where I picked up that bad habit. Yeah, anyway. So here, I'm just going to zoom this out for a moment. I hope, oh, maybe I can't. I might have to back up some. Oh, I'll do this. There we go. Hey, that looks weird, doesn't it? What if I hold it up like this? Get to make it focus. Okay. So anyway, hope that was fun. Master of Puppets, subscribe. I'm going to teach more of the lesson. And my site is musiclearning.com, where there's all kinds of material to go with these videos. Tripfuse is my band. Leave comments below on other songs you'd like to hear. Don't forget to subscribe, because I am going to teach more of this song. I'll do the next riff very, very shortly, because it's really cool. And I did a part of the solo years ago. I'll put a link to that video. It'll be in the corner. So again, hope that was fun. Thanks for watching.